Welcome to my April 3rd video update. I'm trying something a little bit new today. Not new because I did this before, but I haven't done it in the house before. I'm in a room that's very echoey, so I'm recording to my little Olympus recorder and hoping that the sound is better because the mic is right underneath my chin. The sound coming from the Insta360 camera that I have used before out in the yard is capturing the images, and I'm also using my new Android NextBit Robin a smartphone that I'm not using as a phone. So this is a kind of a multi approach to recording this episode of Video Update. You'll remember back on my March 20th update, I talked about looking at an alternative mic to the PowerDeWise because I got the PowerDeWise mic, lavalier mic kit, and was very happy with it, except when I plugged in I think it's about a 79-inch extension cable. And if I recorded with my Filmic Pro app on my iPhone 7, I would get an echo. So from that episode, here's a sample of what that sounded like. All right, one more test with Filmic Pro. It does show me that it is reading from the headset. Okay, very echoey. So PowerDeWise, as I said, the mic is a great mic. Used with the primary cable, it was faultless. And the problem was with the extension cable, it was sometimes giving me an echo and sometimes it wouldn't. And I need a little more reliability in that for my own use for sure. And this again, remember, was a mic that I was going to use or buy a quantity of to give to the participants at a summer camp that I'm going to do on filmmaking. So I ordered the Purple Panda. The Purple Panda is a similar kit. The extension cable in this is almost 10 feet long, whereas the other one is 79 inches. I think that's 6 something. And the primary cable on both the mics is 5 feet. So it's a difference between a potential of 11 feet away from your video source and plus 5 is 15 feet away from your video source. So it's nice. It also comes with a cable. I mean, the cable is TRRS, which means you can plug it into a smartphone, an iOS smartphone for sure, and apparently many Android smartphones. And it has an adapter that comes with it, so you can use it to plug into, for example, my Olympus recorder, which is a TRS plug. And so it comes with an adapter, comes with an extension cable, comes with a pack. This is the little pack for PowerDeWise, and this is a little bag for Purple Panda. But the Purple Panda comes with also an adapter that you can use with GoPros, kind of the micro USB kind of adapter. And it also has a fuzzy windscreen, to muffle wind noise, for example, when you're outside recording and there's a little bit of wind. So that's kind of nice that it's included in the pack. When I initially tried it, it worked fine. I got it right before we went away on a vacation. I tried it, it worked fine. I tried it with extension cable, it worked fine. When I came home, I tested it some more. And so here's a sample of the PowerDeWise with and without the extension cable, and the Purple Panda with and without the extension cable. So just take a listen to that. Using Filmic Pro again, and I have the PowerDeWise mic with its primary cable plugged in to my iPhone 7 Plus. I've plugged in the extension cable and attached it to the primary cable. I'm going to go back, and this line is a little bit shorter, so the total distance would normally be around 11 feet. I'm probably at maybe 9.5. All right, I have the Purple Panda mic plugged in. I'm using Filmic Pro to record. I am at the full length now of the primary cable for the Purple Panda, which is about 5 feet. All right, I'm now recording with the Purple Panda primary cable plugged into the almost 10-foot long extension cable. Let me come back. I'm now at almost the full length. So you're asking, where's the echo? Exactly. There is none. It's very frustrating. When I tested the PowerDeWise, and I figured, okay, I'll leave this as it is because this proves what I'm saying, that sometimes there's an echo, sometimes there's not an echo. But I'm just so what's the big decision? I've decided I'm going to go with the Purple Panda because so far at least it's been more reliable. I have a little while before I'm going to have to order a quantity of these, assuming that I get enough people to sign up for this camp in June. So I'll wait, and you know, if I'm still happy with the Purple Panda, that's what I'll order. Nice thing with the Purple Panda is they will give me a 25% discount if I order 4 or more, and I need 6. But actually I'm going to get 8 because I have 2 assistants, our granddaughters, and I'm going to give one to each of them as well. And another thing in this vein that I need to say is Filmic Pro, the folks at Filmic Pro have been extremely helpful. They asked for copies of the files so they could test them themselves and see what was going on. They were trying to figure out what was going on. I finally said, forget it. I mean, Garrett is the guy I've been working with. I said, you know, forget it, because this is obviously an on again, off again thing. It's not necessarily a switch that needs to be available or is available or a different setting in Filmic Pro. And, you know, again, the jury's still out on that. I'm not quite sure. It would be interesting to find out if there is perhaps something, because it's very odd that it worked fine with the camera app and the Pro Camera app when I tried it in that previous example of a test. And I haven't used it several times to see if the echo would creep in when using it with either of those other 2 apps. So what I want to stress is that the PowerDeWise mic appears to be an excellent mic, and it's just this connectivity with the extension cable that apparently other people have had trouble with before in a different way. It just wasn't recording properly. And I also noticed with both of these mics that when you plug in the extension cable, and I don't know if something's happening, in using Filmic Pro at least, the audio is very high. It's peaking way out and screeching, so you have to kind of make sure you put the limiter on the audio, and so it doesn't make that screeching noise. And something else I wanted to share is today I'm trying again another new thing, and that is I've got my iPad Pro and I downloaded this app called CardFlow. And CardFlow lets you make index cards. And so what I did is I usually type up everything I want to say in these updates, and then I have them in big bold text so I can see them when I'm trying to catch myself up as to what I'm saying. For today's recording, I made an index card with kind of notes, you know, cutouts from each of from what I've written, and use the pencil to do that. You'll see in the overlay picture what it looks like. Not sure how good it is in the situation where I'm standing and trying to look down at it, but it worked. It's another technique of giving yourself prompts. You know, I've learned that a teleprompter doesn't work for me because I really am kind of reading, and it looks obvious and it's not very exciting to listen to or watch, because you end up watching the person's eyes go back and forth as they're reading. At least that's my experience. Okay, so thank you very much for checking in on this video update, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Goodbye.